911, where's your emergency?
Yeah, so my mother-in-law, who lives in the corner had just gotten home about 10 minutes ago, was unloading her car, and she thinks the man, but she's not 100% sure she didn't see, because they were wearing ski mask, came up to her with a paintball gun, but they started shooting at her. It wasn't loaded, and it didn't, he didn't know they came out of it. But he kept asking what he was doing. He would respond, and then suddenly, after she called out with her husband, he ran off.
Okay, what's the address? Are you there? Hello? Are you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. What's the address?
It's 199 North, 1900 East, Rexbury, Idaho, 83440. That's my address. She lives in the corner. I don't know what her address is.
Okay, I need her address. What's her location?
I think it's 201, I think is her address.
201 North 1900 East?
North, yep.
Does she know which direction he ended up running?
We headed east, back behind the house.
Okay, and did she give you a description of the clothing?
I didn't get one from her. I can follow that.
What is your name?
My name is Joseph Murray.
Okay, is this a good phone number for you?
Yep.
Okay, I am sending a deputy out to your mother's home.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And Your Honor, I would next ask to publish State's Exhibit 232B.
You may.
I apologize. Now I'm having tech issues.
October 9, 2019, 21 hours, 49 minutes, 20 seconds.
Fremont County Sheriff's Office.
Hi, I need to report something.
Okay, go ahead. What's the address?
Okay, at 202 North, 1900 East, the corner with the blinking yellow light on Salem Highway.
Is it a suspicious person?
Yes.
Okay, what was he wearing?
He was all dressed in black and he had a ski mask on.
And he's at the blinking light now is where you saw him?
No, he's gone now because I pulled up into our driveway and I was getting stuff out of the back seat of my car and suddenly he was there and he had a paintball gun and he was and he was going to shoot at me. And I kept asking him what he was doing because I could tell it was a paintball thing. And then he just kept doing it. So I yelled for my husband and then he took off running around the back of my house.
Okay, give me just 1 minute. Stay on the line with me.
Okay.
October 9, 2019, 21 hours, 50 minutes, 28 seconds.
And that was North 1900 East?
Yes.
October 9, 2019, 21 hours, 50 minutes, 43 seconds.
Do you know what direction he was going?
He went behind my house and it so dark out here, and I just was in the house and got my husband and son, and then they went out and looked, and he was long gone by then. So he was on the north side of my house, is where he went to get away.
Okay.
He didn't say anything, or he just kept like he was holding the gun, like he was, had a rifle and was shooting at me. So, but nothing came out of the gun either, so I don't think it was loaded.
Okay, and what is your name, ma'am?
My name is Tammy Daybell.
Okay, I will pass your information on to my deputies. We actually just had a previous call about this individual, so they're out in the area looking now.
Okay, yeah, I think it was my son-in-law who lives diagonal from us that called you guys already.
Oh,
So we
okay.
just wanted to make sure it got reported. So
Let's see. And what's your son-in-law's name?
Joseph Murray.
Okay, yep, it was him.
Okay.
So, all right, I have a deputy that will be out at your home here shortly.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And I can hand those back to the bailiff, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Detective Kaikamanu, do you recall reviewing those calls?
Yes,
And particularly, there's the call from Tammy Daybell into dispatch, is that correct?
yes,
And she describes the incident.
yes,
Did you hear how she referred to the weapon?
yes.
How did she refer to it?
When she first called in, she referred to it as a paintball gun. Throughout that conversation with dispatch, she also describes it as a gun and a rifle.
Did you also, I think you've already said, but did you review the reports in relation to that incident?
Yes,
Are you aware of a search that was conducted on an apartment associated with Alex Cox in Rexburg?
yes,
Were you part of that initial search?
I was not.
At some point, did you learn of some firearms that were recovered during that search?
I was aware.
What, if any, action did you take in relation to those firearms that were recovered?
From my understanding, those firearms were taken by Rexburg PD for safekeeping. After the search warrant was served, they could not leave those there. During the investigation on the attempted shooting on Tammy Daybell and then her death, I ended up writing a warrant to seize those weapons and bring them into Fremont County for evidence.
Did you in fact seize those firearms?
I did.
Do you recall photographing one of the firearms?
Yes.
Your Honor, I have what's been marked as State's Exhibit 281A. I have a copy for counsel, a courtesy copy for Your Honor, and the exhibit. I would ask that the witness be shown a copy of the exhibit.
Thank you.
And Detective Kaikamanu, do you recognize that firearm?
Yes.
Is this in fact one of the firearms that was seized?
Yes, it was.
What about this particular firearm caught your attention, if anything?
The ones that were seized, this one, to me, looking through them, resembled or could be looked at as a paintball gun during this incident of the attempted shooting on Tammy.
And Tammy had also used the word rifle.
Yes,
Is this in fact a rifle?
it is.
Did you take this photograph?
I did.
And is it an accurate depiction of the firearm seized?
Yes.
Your Honor, I would move for the admission of State's Exhibit 281A.
No objection, Judge. All right, Exhibit 281A is admitted.
And Your Honor, I would ask to be allowed to publish.
You may.
And Your Honor, just to have a clear record of it, the state had begun to publish our copy. I've swapped that out and we have published the official exhibit,
Okay. Thank you,
but it
Ms.
was an exact copy of it.
All right, we'll note the actual exhibits now being published for the jurors.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective Kaikamanu, I believe there is a laser pointer up there if that's helpful. You indicated that this could resemble a paintball gun. I want to talk to you a little bit about your experience with paintball guns. What experience, if any, do you have with paintball guns?
Growing up, I shot paintball guns all the time. And then getting into my law enforcement career and getting on the SWAT team, we utilize paintball guns and paintball rifles that are set up similar to AR-15s for our training.
And what experience do you have with assault rifles?
Again, before my law enforcement career, I'd shoot them. And then once I got into law enforcement, we were issued a AR-15 and we would train with them. We train with them in SWAT training and we go to the range and shoot.
And you talked about that you were issued an AR-15. What is different between this and an AR-15?
So this rifle that you guys are looking at is actually a 6.5 Grindle. The ones that I was issued is an AR-15 that shoots 223s or 5.56. So the caliber is just that different. The lower is all the same. You just need to switch out the upper.
And based on your experience with both assault rifles and paintball guns, what part of this firearm did you believe could appear to be a paintball gun?
So if you look right here where this scope is, it is on the top of the rifle. On a paintball gun, the hopper is sometimes off to the side a little bit, just right about there on the rail. But in my experience, they've made paintball guns so advanced now that it could be on the top or on the side.
And do they make some paintball guns to resemble assault rifles?
Yes.
And what is the hopper on a paintball gun? What's the function of the hopper?
The hopper on the paintball gun is where you put your paintballs inside, and that's what holds them. And when you shoot them, that's what comes out of the barrel.
And we will come back to that exhibit in a bit.
And Judge, could I have again, a reminder of what number that was again? I have a 281A, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
As part of your investigation, we talked earlier that on October 19th of 2019, you had not heard the name Alex Cox. Is that correct?
Correct.
At some point, did you learn the name Alex Cox?
Yes.
And was that through the investigation?
Yes.
Who was Alex Cox in relation to Chad Daybell?
Alex Cox was Chad Daybell's brother-in-law.
And before Chad and Lori were married, what was the connection between Chad and Alex?
Before they were married, I couldn't tell you.
So Lori Vallow was the connection between the two?
Lori Vallow.
And ultimately they became brother-in-laws?
Yes.
As part of the investigation, do you recall looking at an account, some searches done on a Homer J. Maximus account?
Yes.
Who was that account associated with?
Alex Cox.
And you did review some of the data in relation to some Homer J. Maximus searches, correct?
Yes, I already reviewed some of it.
Did you review the whole thing?
I did not.
Did you focus on a specific time frame?
Yes.
And what time frame did you focus on?
Roughly around the time of the shooting or the attempted shooting, excuse me, on October 8th, 2019, and a few days after that.